2023 is coming to an end, and there was a lot of awesome Funko Pops that released this year. Today, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 personal favorites, so let's go and get this one started. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time on this channel and enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Today's video, as I said in the intro, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 personal favorite Funko Pops that released in 2023. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty tough list to come up with because a lot of great pieces did release this year, and I tried to leave out a lot of Freddy Funkos because this year was a pretty big year for Freddy Funko Pops, and if I could make a top 10 list of just Freddy Funko Pops, it would not be a hard list to make. Another thing I want to mention, I only included pops that are in hand by the end of this year. So for example, if any Funko NFT digital sets released this year, but none of the pops have come in hand yet, they will not be counting in this list. So that's just something as I want to mention for this video. But overall, this year has been great for Funko. I know we had some downfalls, and I have to bring in some of the positive sides, like attending Fun Days was a great experience. Despite the whole situation with the same pops being at the in-home boxes, I still really did enjoy that event, and I still got to add some pretty cool pieces to my collection this year. And we are going to be starting it off with my number 10 for this list. A lot of you will be surprised with this one, and I'll share why I have this on my list and why I even have it in my collection. But at number 10 on this list, we have Buggy the Clown from One Piece. So if you've been on this channel before, you very much should know I do not watch anime, but I watched the live action for One Piece on Netflix. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I just want to hear more about the story, so I did start watching the anime. I'm not even far yet, so I don't really know anything about it. I wouldn't even call myself a fan yet, but I love Buggy the Clown, and I think this pop just looks really cool. So it was a tough spot to take, but I think Buggy the Clown did earn it. Moving on, we have spot number 9, and this one was another one that was really hard to pick between pops for, and I'll also share the honorable mentions at the end, 5 different pops that almost made the list, but I felt like this one did deserve it, and let me tell you why. We finally got a different character from this movie outside of the main ones we keep getting pops of, and it is Experiment 625 Ruben from Lilo and Stitch. Absolutely excited to finally see a different character, and I hope we get more experiments in the future, or at least other characters from the movie that we have not seen yet. Let me name some: Jumba and Pleakley. I've been waiting on those to be made in pop form. There's so many other characters they can still do from this movie or just from Disney in general, which brings me to an announcement. I have a video planned, hopefully by the end of this year, if not early next year, and I'll be naming 100 Disney characters I would love to see in Funko Pop form. Yes, 100 in celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary. Honestly, that was not a hard list to come up with just because there's so many Disney characters, and it is crazy to me how many of them have yet to be made in pop form. But this was number 9. Spots number 9 and 10 were the hard ones to fill. After that, I feel like everything else was a pretty easy decision for me. And at number 8, we do have another Disney Funko Pop. And this one was another one that I was really excited to see this year. And it is a 3-pack of the Aristocats. We have Marie, Toulouse, and Berlioz. So this was super exciting to see. We don't really see the Aristocats much often, especially for Funko Pops. We only had a Marie Pop alone, which was a Hot Topic exclusive, and they actually had 2 different ones, one Flock, one Diamond, and I love that they finally made one of the other 2, and they just did a 3-pack of all 3 of them Flock. Absolutely adorable. I actually really enjoyed the Disney 100 line for Funko Pops. Honestly, there's so many other ones they could have done though, and hopefully, like I said, we'll see more next year. But here's the backside of the pop for this one. I just really like the design on the Disney 100 boxes, and this was definitely really exciting to see this year. Hopefully, we'll see more Disney pops that I mentioned in one of my future videos next year in 2024. So if you've been on this channel before, you should already know by now, I'm a big fan of the digital side of Funko Pops. So they have Funko NFTs, and the coolest thing about them, they have physical pops connected to certain cards you can pull from the packs, and I enjoy it so much. I've been a part of it since the beginning, and honestly, I'm excited to see what Funko Pop digital collections we'll see in 2024, which is another video I do have planned where I'll be talking about sets that I'd like to see in the upcoming year. But here we have pop number 7 on the list, one of my favorite Funko Pop that we added to the collection from the Pop Digital side of Funko, and it is Foghorn Leghorn from the Looney Tunes. I love Looney Tunes, definitely one of my favorite childhood shows, and I would still watch it to this day. And this was super exciting to see in part of the Looney Tunes Funko Pop Digital Collection. It's a new character we have yet to see in Funko Pop form. Who knows if Funko will ever make him again? I kind of hope not. I'd love to see him as an exclusive for the Pop Digital Collection only, but you never know, because we have seen other characters both in digital and regular form. But this is so cool. I love that you have the hawk right there as well. For number 6 on the list, we do have another Pop Digital exclusive, but this time it is a Freddy Funko. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember if I said it earlier in the video or not, but I tried my best to limit myself on the Freddys for this list. But there's just so many awesome ones that did come out and I added to my collection this year. And honestly, they are some of my favorite pops that I got in 2023. This one I just couldn't keep off the list, and it is Freddy Funko Reaper Freddy, part of Halloween Series 2. This is such an incredible pop. I love the details all around. The mold looks great. The colors, love the base with the skulls. Just fantastic. Definitely one of the coolest Freddys to ever come out, in my opinion. The backside, you can see the card. I love the Pop Digital boxes overall, and I think this one is just super unique. Now I made it to the top 5 of the list. Honestly, this next one is just easily in the best of this year. Technically, it's not one pop, but once you put it all together, it does create one pop overall. And I think this is definitely the coolest Funko Pop build-a-moment that they've ever done. And I don't know if they could ever beat it. Check it out. At our number 5 spot, we have the No Way Home Build-A-Scene exclusive to Target. I don't know how this has not even sold out, and I think it's even gone on sale. So if you ever want to add something incredible to your collection, I highly recommend you pick this one up. They just look fantastic all together like this. Super cool. Honestly, the only things I wish they could have done better with the set, make the connectivity a little better so you don't have to hold it super well like this for them to stay. And then another thing, the electro, I wish they did the different mold where he has all the electricity all over his head. But other than that, absolutely love this build-a-moment. Now we're at number 4 on the list. This pop over here is one I knew for a fact was going to end up in this video once I told myself it's time to make the top 10 of 2023. And as you guys can see in the back, I'm a huge fan of Nickelodeon. I grew up watching Nickelodeon, so this just hits home for nostalgia. Being a fan of both Nickelodeon and Funko, I think this is a perfect pop to have in your collection. And it is Freddy Funko slimed up, and he's holding the Nickelodeon blimp. It is just absolutely perfect. This is actually my favorite Freddy Funko from all the Pop Digital collections. It is part of the Nickelodeon Series 1. One of the first sets that ever released for Funko NFTs. And it's just perfect. I think it is definitely the coolest one so far from all the Freddys of the Pop Digital collectibles. I don't know if they could ever beat it for me personally. The Bugs Bunny was pretty close. There was a few other ones that were really up there on the list. But this is just perfect. It hits nostalgia for me, and it is just absolutely phenomenal. One of my favorites in my collection for sure. That does bring us to our top 3 of the list. And this next one, I cannot keep off the list at all. Honestly, it does come from Fun Days. And despite everything that happened with the sticker situation, St. Pops being at home and all that stuff, I had a blast at the event. I was able to have a good time with some friends. And of course, my wife being there as well. And thanks to my wife, I was actually able to acquire this certain pop in my collection. And I can never forget that. And this might actually be the most valuable Funko Pop to release in 2023. It's not the reason why I have it on my list. I actually truly believe it is one of the coolest pops to release this year. It is Freddy Funko as Anakin Skywalker. This one is from Clone Wars, and it is a glow-in-the-dark Freddy. It is so incredible. They actually did have another Anakin as well, which I was lucky enough to get in my collection. But this one is just super cool. It is a rare piece, limited to 250. But being a glow-in-the-dark, having such an awesome story behind it, it deserves to be in my top 10 list. and it actually might be my most valuable Funko Pop in my collection now. We're almost at number 1 on the list, but of course, before we see 1, we do have to see 2. This is one I think almost everyone will agree is one of the best of 2023, and this is just a pop. I remember when Funko first shared it, it had so much hype and love around it. I myself remember how excited I got and said, I need that in my collection. It was easily the best of San Diego Comic-Con this year, and it was very difficult to obtain. So many people that were not able to get it in their collections without having to go in the secondary market. So it was one that was hard to get in San Diego Comic-Con, and it was shared with a store that almost anyone was not able to get to, including myself. Luckily, I was able to get it at Funko Hollywood, which many people were not able to get. They had such a limited stock, both online at Funko.com and Funko Hollywood. I don't know about Funko HQ, but San Diego Comic-Con itself, I remember a lot of people at the con were not able to get it as well. And I think it's definitely one of the best this year. It is a 3-pack of Fairly Odd Parents. This is such a cool set. It is one that I was really hoping to see in Funko form for a very long time, especially after seeing Danny Phantom finally get a pop. This was one that I was like, it has to happen, and it did, and it came out absolutely perfect. Love all the pops designs, love the box art, just everything about it is just perfect, and it is definitely one of my favorites this year for sure. Might even be one of my favorites in my collection overall. And now we finally made it to number 1 on the list. This was a very easy guess to make if you've been on this channel before. Plus, I've had a hint throughout the entire video if you were not able to guess it yet. At number 1, we have the Hakuna Matata Lion King movie moment. This was such an exciting pop to be announced. I remember when they first announced it, I was like, yes, finally. I love The Lion King, and this is one I never knew they'd actually make, but they did it, and it was a perfect pop to have as part of the Disney 100 collection. An iconic moment, an iconic song, and it looks absolutely perfect. Funko nailed it, bringing it from the movie to Funko form. It's just perfect. Here's the backside of the box. You guys can see the actual pop. Love the box design for the Disney 100. It is a Walmart exclusive, as you guys can see the sticker. I don't know how it has not sold out on either Walmart or Funko.com. So if you don't have this in your collection yet, you might be a Disney fan like myself or love The Lion King. I highly suggest you pick this up. I actually have like 2-3 extras in my collection. 1 out of the box and then 2 just sitting there because I have no doubt this is going to be a major grail in the future. I think it's one of the greatest Disney pops that have ever been made. My personal favorite. So before we get a close look at all the pops from this video, I do want to share my 5 honorable mentions in no specific order at all. These almost made the list. First one is Indiana Jones Boulder Escape. This is such a cool one. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the size of the box, but let's be honest, how else were you going to fit this inside a box? It's a very heavy one. The backside, you can see the actual way the pop is supposed to be positioned. It's such a cool one. Definitely one of the coolest ones of the year, in my opinion. Next one, I've never played this game, but I just really like these pops. We have the gelatinous cube from Dungeons and Dragons. This one is just such a great mold. It's a glow-in-the-dark piece. Luckily, I had a friend pick this one up for me. I think it was at San Diego Comic-Con or WonderousCon. WonderousCon. Yes, WonderousCon. Okay, so this one is a really neat one. I love the glow on it as well. But I guess I kept it off my list based off my personal taste. Never played the game, so why put it on the list? But as a pop, it just looks incredible. Another one is a Freddy Funko, and it was a Fun Days exclusive, but it was one of the ones that did show up at the at-home boxes. It does not matter though, I still really like the pop. It is Freddy Funko as Spooky Space Kook from Scooby-Doo. Definitely one of the coolest Freddys to release this year, in my opinion. I think it looks incredible. I love the design overall, and definitely one that I'm really excited to have in my collection. I just feel like this is such a cool pop. I love Jurassic Park. We have the Hatching Raptor. I love Bloody Pops. It's a little small, but you know what? It makes sense to be a small pop, and it's just cute. But at the same time, it's kind of creepy. But yeah, I think it's adorable. Last pop that we had is one that I've been wanting as a pop for a very, very long time. Probably this one out of all of these would have been the closest to making my top 10 personally, but I just didn't keep it in the top 10. It is Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2. Now, I just wish they did different box art rather than the Toy Story 4 box art. Kind of bland, but I wish they made it more exciting. They could have done like the box for Stinky Pete itself. That would have been pretty awesome to see. But overall, I'm excited to finally see him in pop form. So many Pixar villains that have yet to be done in pop form, so this was very exciting for me to see personally. And I'm hoping to see a Pixar villain set in 2024. That's probably one of the things that I definitely hope to see in the upcoming year. So once again, here we have my top 10 favorite Funko Pops that released in 2023. Let's take a closer look. At number 10, we did have Buggy the Clown from One Piece. Honestly, a really sweet detailed Funko Pop. I love how they were able to capture so much. The fact that they had him on a stand, I think they were able to give more character to this Buggy. I also love that he's chopped up in the center. Just looks really cool. At number 9, we had Ruben Experiment 625 from Lilo and Stitch. Honestly, the reason I have him on my list is because it's just exciting to finally see a different character outside of Stitch and also Lilo, and I hope we see more different characters in the future. At number 8, we did have the Aristocats 3-pack with Marie, Toulouse, and Berlioz. They are just absolutely adorable, and the fact that their flock makes them so much better, it's just perfect. At number 7, we have Foghorn Leghorn with Henry Hawk from Looney Tunes. Let's go ahead and move Buggy real quick. There you go. So this was part of the Looney Tunes Funko Pop digital collection, and honestly, one of my favorite legendaries they've done in all the sets so far. So this is definitely one that earned a great spot in my favorites of the year. And then at number 6, we have the Freddy Funko, Freddy Reaper, part of Halloween Series 2 Funko Pop digital collection. Just look at that pop. Definitely one of the coolest Freddys they've ever done. So detailed, the mold looks fantastic, the colors, that base is just super out of this world. Definitely one of the coolest they've done ever. And at number 5, we have the No Way Home Build a Scene exclusive to Target with 8 different pieces connecting into one whole piece. This is just one of the coolest Marvel Pops. Probably the best build a scene they've ever done. One of my favorite Marvel movies. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and this just looks great. On the bottom right here, we have Dr. Octopus. Then we have the Lizard. Then we have Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man. On the right corner here, we have Sandman. Top right, we have Electro. Could have been much better with the head if they added the electricity like the 8-pack over there. Over here, we have Tom Holland Spider-Man. Then we have Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And then the Green Goblin. This is such a perfect build a moment. Honestly, I don't know how Funko is going to beat this one. I love it. I still am surprised they haven't sold out and they've even gone on sale. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, this is one you definitely need to add in your collection. Even the backside looks really cool. I'll go ahead and share it in just a bit. But at number 4, we have the Freddy Funko slimed up with the Nickelodeon blimp. This was from the Nickelodeon Series 1 Pop Digital Collection. Probably my favorite Freddy Funko from all the digital sets they've done so far, and one of my Freddys in my entire collection. Number 3, I still can't believe I have this in my collection and that I was actually able to get it from Fun Days, all thanks to my wife's good luck. She is honestly the luck of my life, and I just love this one. It glows in the dark, and it looks fantastic when it glows. And I love glow-in-the-dark pops. This is my most valuable and most limited in my collection. I'll cherish it till the end of time. At number 2, we have the Fairly OddParents 3-pack. Check that out. How can it get any better than that? We have Cosmo, Wanda floating on stands. Then you have Timmy Turner right there holding the Crimson Chin comic book. It's just perfect. And honestly, Funko delivered it as much as we all wanted it. They finally did it, and they did a great job. Hopefully we see more pops like that in the future of 2024. Number 1 is the Hakuna Matata movie moments from The Lion King. This is just my personal favorite. I don't know. I grew up watching The Lion King and Disney in general. The Lion King, like I said, is my favorite movie of all time. This is such an iconic moment, such an iconic song, and Funko just brought it to life at the best they could. It's just beautiful. It's perfect. And I just think it's the best pop of the year. I don't know. It's my personal opinion. This whole list is, but I just want to share my favorites of the year, and I'd love to hear what you guys think, and as well as you guys sharing your favorites of the year. Here's a look at the backside of the No Way Home Build a Scene moments. And of course, I almost forgot. We got to check out the glow on Freddy Anakin. So we got the black light, and we are charging the Freddy Anakin. While I was doing that, I noticed how awesome does the slimed Freddy look with the black light effect. Such a cool pop. I love it. But let's see the glow on Freddy Anakin in 3, 2, 1. Woo! That is a beautiful glow in the dark pop One of the best glows I own for sure. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys think of my top 10 favorite pops of 2023. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well as your favorites of the year. We all have different tastes, so I'd love to see what you guys think was the best of the year. I also just want to say thank you guys so much for taking time to watch this video. I truly appreciate your support. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see in the year of 2024. I think we're going to see a lot of great pops once again. I'm really excited to see what Funko will bring in the upcoming year. I just want to say thank you once again. Let me know what you guys like to see in the next videos. Thank you all for watching, and peace.